All right, everybody. Today we are going to be doing drawing number 4 in SolidWorks. All right. So if you are not logged into ClassLink, the first thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and log into ClassLink. It takes a moment. As with every other time I've shown you guys an assignment, you want to go into My Files. You want to just verify by clicking Manage Services that Google Drive is connected. Super, super important, right? You want to then make sure that you click Remote Application. You want to click Remote Application. You want to log in as your username at seal-pa.org and your password. And you have to enable the drive file stream. The analogy that I've made is if I want to go out and I want to take a drive in my truck, I can't just get in and put my foot on the gas and it goes. I have to actually start the truck up. And then I can put my foot in the gas after I put it in drive and it'll go. Drive file streams the same way. So you can't save to Google Drive. You can't link Google Classroom to any of these files. You can't open any files that are in Google Classroom until you start the drive file stream. So I'm going to click Allow, let that start up. I previously had it opened, so Google Drive file stream is here. I was actually recording a 7th grade class. If it doesn't, remember, you just go back to All Resources, you click Drive File Stream again, and then it should open up for you. All right, so let me close some of my windows here. The Drive File Stream is going to be very beneficial to allow us to save the files into the Google Drive file stream where we need it to be. Now I'm going to go back to All Resources and I'm going to open SolidWorks. I paused my video to give it some time for it to actually open it up. It took about 15 seconds to open. This is the image that we're going to draw. All right, so we're going to start with a box again. I will have this attached to my Google Classroom file page like I've done all the other ones. And just so you guys know, I'm running another monitor on the right-hand side of my screen here so that I can just refer to this. So I won't leave this up on the screen the whole time, but you guys will be able to have it on yours when you're actually working with it. So here we go. I'm going to do a new part. I'm going to go to View, Hide and Show, Origins. And like last time, I'm going to go to Options and Document Properties and Units. Please make sure this is IPS. You can all do that. We don't have to set this to 3 decimals. A lot of you, for whatever reason, this is blown up to the point where you can't see the OK. And that's unfortunate. I don't know if you're able to go down here in the corner and find it and make it smaller. But if you can change those to 0.123, 0.123, and 0.123 and say OK. If not, if you can't, it's not a deal breaker. Just close it. All right. So in order to get this started, we are going to have to create a box. And I'm going to make my box 3.5 inches long, 1.75 inches wide, and 1.5 inches tall. So I'm going to go to Sketch. I'm going to choose a corner rectangle. We're going to draw on the top plane. That's where we've been drawing. I'm going to roll over the origin. And I'm going to draw that box there. Remember, I go to Smart Dimension. My longer side here is going to be 3.5. My shorter side here is going to be 1.75. And I'm going to go to Features and Extrude Boss Base. And my height is going to be 1.5 inches. All right, so hit my green check. There it is. All good. All right, now there is I'm going to take this portion out right here. And the dimensions for it are easy. There's a rectangle there, and it's 0.75 inches from the end, and it's 0.75 inches from the bottom. So I'm going to go back to the sketch. I'm going to choose a rectangle. The plane that I want to draw on is this one. I typically start in this corner up here. I'll roll over the vertex. Make sure you don't stop on the midpoint, which is going to be in here somewhere. Don't do that. Draw it past there. Okay. The distance from here, which I just clicked, to here which I just clicked, is 0.75 inches. All right, that's the only dimension that we need. We can go to features, we can go to extruded cut, or make it blind, and 0.75 inches. And that's going to take that nice little cutout out of there. All right, now there is a cutout here too, and that cutout is it's going to be 1 inch from here to the edge of it, and it's going to be 1/2 inch deep. So I'm going to go to sketch. I'm going to choose my rectangle. The plane I want to draw on is this one, and you can start here or here. I typically start here. Be careful you don't snap it to your midpoint right here. Don't do that. So you can either go past it or short of it, right? So there that is. I'm going to smart dimension. The distance here is going to be 1 inch. And I'm going to go to features and extruded cut. And this is going to be 0.5 inches. And I have to hit the green check again. All right, now the only thing left, well, there's 2 things left. We have to take this out and we have to take these corners, and they're both really easy. This is called a slot. All right, so there's actually a tool that I haven't shown you guys yet called the slot tool, and it's under sketch. So if we go to sketch, here's the rectangle, here's the circle. You've seen that. You've seen the line tool. There's also a slot tool. All right, and there's a couple of them: straight, center point, 3-point arc. The straight is perfect. So what I recommend you guys do, I would go up to here first and I would view it from above, right? The plane that you want to click on is this one right here. And you're just going to click a starting point, and I would drag this starting point out past the edge. So if you messed up, like let's say you did this, just hit escape, not a big deal. Go back to here, click your starting point, drag it to the edge. You want to make sure, see the little yellow horizontal line there? Like if I move it just up a little or I move it just down a little, it's no longer horizontal. We want it to be totally horizontal. And I'll click again, and now as you move your mouse, you'll see that you get to expand it. So once you get to that point, I always go back to here so that I can see what's going on. And there's a couple of dimensions. One of the dimensions, which I'll click Smart Dimension, if we click the center of this right here and then to this edge, that dimension is 1.5 inches. Okay? The distance from the center here to here is 0.88. And then if you remember when we dimensioned the circles before, we were doing the diameter. Well, this is only half of a circle, and you know that we're going to do the radius on this one. So it's going to, instead of like all the way around, it's the radius, which would be from here to here. So how we do the radius is we literally just click on the outer edge. See how it says R? And the radius is going to be 0.38 inches. And features, extruded cut, and through all. Now we have just about everything we need. There's only one other little tiny thing, and it's these. See how the edges are curved, they're smoothed, and they have a radius of 0.25. There's a really simple way to do this, and it's something that I've not shown you guys before. We do a lot of this in the rocket car. If you go to stay in the features tab, mostly we start with sketch, right? But for this one, we want to stay in the features tab. And if you come over here and you click this, that is not fillet, like filet mignon or fish fillet or anything like that. That's actually pronounced fillet. So if you click that, we're going to come down here and we're going to make this 0.25 because that's what the dimension was. And you want to make sure you say full preview here so you can see what's actually going on. So full preview, 0.25. And if you literally come down here and click this edge, yeah, it has to be here. It puts that on there. If you you're supposed to click this edge. If you make a mistake and you click the whole thing, see what it does? It does the whole thing. So the way you get rid of that, just click it again and it should disappear. And you come down here and click this. And click the check. And it puts that nice little fillet, that curved edge around there. And that's it. That's honestly the assignment. So to save this, File, Save As. You guys should be getting to be a pro at this. We're going to save it in the Google Drive file stream. So Google Drive file stream, My Drive, Classroom, 8th grade. We're going to call this your first name, your last name. first, last, drawing 4. Make sure you do first name, last name, please. Like, I need you guys to do that. I have a lot of you not putting your first and last name. Go ahead and click save. All right, now, if you go back to the assignment, which will be not here because that's 7th grade. If I go to 8th grade, let me go to my, this is it right here. So drawing number 4. The video will be in here. I haven't posted it yet because I'm creating it right now. I'm going to just do from in here, add or create from Google Drive. There's that drawing number 4. It's right here. You know you can browse in this way as well too. Just go ahead and click add. And I'm going to turn it in and turn it in. And that's it. So honestly, this is a pretty easy drawing. You guys should be getting to the point now where you're like, this seems like it's repetition, and that would be a good assumption. It absolutely is repetition. That's what SolidWorks is all about. It's kind of doing the same step over and over and over again, sort of like algebra, until you have a system where you come up with a finished product, right? So drawing number 4 it is. We just have one more drawing to do for this marking period, drawing number 5, and then that'll be it. So shorter video today. Do your best to get that done. Be sure to turn it in. You guys have a great day. Go out and enjoy the weather. It's starting to warm up.